Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay, thanks a lot. And let me invite Dr. D.K. Sheena Christie, ma'am, to give the recap. You are most welcome, ma'am. Who is it? Whether the ma'am has... I don't know who is Sheena Christie, ma'am. Whether she is present along with us? No. Yet to come. Pratibha ma'am also yet to... You only Pratibha ma'am. Okay, then let me invite Pratibha ma'am. Pratibha ma'am, you are most welcome to give the recap of day 1.
Thank you. So good morning to all. I welcome you all on the day 2 of our UHV4 workshop.
Yes, Didi.
So it was...
Let them settle down, Anna.
Everyone settle down. Kindly settle down. Settle down. Take your seats. I'll be coming and getting your right. Please.
So everyone ensure that you are ready to listen. And then only she will speak. So ask yourself, am I ready to listen?
Are you ready?
Yes, Didi.
So let me give a recap of our UHV programs. So UHV 1, 2 and 3, it deals with attaining happiness and prosperity, which means being in harmony with self, body and family, society and nature. So we started in progress with UHV 1 to 3, we started with UHV 4, where we are going to understand how to attain mutual happiness and mutual prosperity. So there are 2 essential aspects of human society, that is undivided family and universal human order. So undivided family is attaining harmony in human-human relationship, and universal human order, to attain it we need harmony in human-nature relationship. So to attain this we need clarity on what is a fulfilled life and how should be a basic aspiration. So when we are understanding about this, we discussed about, we had many activities on discussing what are the common goals to be having as an individual, as in family, as in society and as a nature. We discussed about it, and by understanding the problems, by concentrating on the problems, what is the solution for it. So we are working as a solution oriented programs, so which helps us to find the solutions for the problems. So these are the activities that we had yesterday from the UHV4.
Nice, Didi. Who is the other one, Didi?
Another Sheena Christie, ma'am.
Okay. So we may start.
Thank you so much, Pratibha ma'am. Thank you for your recap.
Yes.
She is not here.
No problem. I will start.
Okay, Bhaiya. So now let me invite our resource person, Gopal Bhaiya, to continue the session. Over to you, Bhaiya.
So I am also a co-explorer, not a resource person. So I am learning with you. So I am here to share my understanding, and I am here also to learn your understanding. So we are co-exploring. So let me briefly recap the previous day. Then we will start with your questions, with your doubts. So basically, we are trying to visualize a humane society. A society where there is a provision to live a fulfilling life for everyone. Such kind of society we are visualizing through this course. Right? So we discussed about the goals at the level of individual, family, society, nature that are required to achieve this humane society. Then we discussed achievements of the modern society, problems associated with those achievements, and then we discussed the root cause. So let me sum up the last session. Briefly sum up. So we all want a fulfilling life, and fulfilling life includes all these things that we exercised through activities. So in this course we are talking in two contexts. So we are talking in the context of society, and we are talking in the context of social system. So society and social system, these two are the focused area of this UHV4. So when we are saying society, it means families living together in a relationship of mutual fulfillment. When we are saying system, it means the structure, process, method, dimensions, whatever is required to achieve collective social goals or to achieve humane society. So when we are talking about society, we will talk about relationship. When we are talking about system, we will talk about the dimensions, the methods, the process. So basically the course is divided into two categories. First is related to relationship, second is related to system. So we discussed these 5 modules last day. Then we discussed need to visualize the humane society. So we discussed that we all want continuous fulfillment for ourselves and for generations. And this needs to put a collective effort with the feeling of relationship. So to ensure that collective effort with the feeling of relationship, we need a humane society. So we are visualizing a humane society first. Then we will discuss a roadmap to achieve that society. Then we discussed family as a basic unit, fundamental unit of humane society. So if individual is in harmony, then it will create environment for the family. When one family is in harmony, then this family will create environment for the society. So in this manner we are increasing from individual to family to society. We are expanding our understanding. So then we discussed the human goals. So goals at the level of individual, family, society, nature, existence. And in the last session, we discussed the major achievements of the society, then problems along with these achievements, and then we discussed the root cause. So root cause is human being is a body, is my assumption. So this assumption is the root cause of most of the problem. So because I have assumed myself as a body, so my definition of happiness, prosperity, relationship, everything is centered towards the material, centered towards the body, and it is creating problem. So due to this fundamental assumption, we are now trapped into many loops. We are now trapped into many loops. So for example, due to my assumption that I am body, now I have a notion of happiness as a material. So due to this materialistic notion of happiness, there is an increasing dissatisfaction in people, because material cannot ensure continuity of happiness. So in spite of having lot of material, people are feeling dissatisfied. And to come out from this dissatisfaction, people are making effort again in the direction of material. So it is leading to many psychological problems, psychosomatic diseases. And these psychological problems are reflecting in the form of violence in family, society, disintegration. And to come out of this, people are making effort to ensure happiness again through materialistic way. So we are trapped into many loops. So that's why this is a predicament within us. If we discard the present model of development, how else do we live? And if we continue to embrace it, shall we at all live? So this is a problem statement. Therefore, in UHV4, we are taking this approach with the background of UHV1, UHV2, UHV3. So when we are talking about UHV4, from UHV1, UHV3 is in background. With that understanding, we are talking about society, context, social systems. So our approach in UHV4 is this. We are talking about basic aspirations. We are talking about human goals based on right understanding, love and compassion. We are talking about human-human relationships from family to world family, leading to undivided society. We are talking about relationship, human and rest of nature relationship, from family order to world family order, leading to universal human order. Then we are going to talk about decentralized, relationship-based socio-economic structure. Then we will talk about mutually fulfilling social systems like education, protection, health, justice, administrative services, etc. So that we will talk about. So this we discussed till now. So if you have any doubt, if you want to share your learning of yesterday's sessions, or you want to discuss any point, we can take it. So take everything as a proposal. Don't assume it true. We are exploring together.
Systems and society, there are multiple ways we spoke about this human society.
Mic, please take mic. So one thing we can also ensure, if someone is speaking, so you can ensure whether others are settled or not.
Other one?
Settled or not.
I forgot to.
You just ask other participants, are you ready to listen me?
Are you ready to listen? Why I was just asking, vision for human society, multiple philosophies, multiple thing has been spoken in different way. How did we consolidate it? This is the way for the human society.
It is true that multiple philosophies are running in our system.
Because again, I don't want to take it as an information. For me to explore, I also need to verify it. So in that way, I was just checking.
Right. Ma'am. So there are multiple philosophies because there are multiple assumptions. So if we have not understood the reality, then we will assume something and we will try to make or try to run the society based on our assumption. So assumptions are different, that's why philosophies are different. But if my thoughts, if my philosophy is not based on reality, then it will not continue. It will lead to conflictions. That's why there is a need to understand the reality, coexistence, harmony, relationships that we discussed in UHV 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, my assumptions can make a society where people will be living with conflicting goals. For example, today we have this materialistic worldview. So what is our assumption? I am material, nature is material, and I can continue my happiness with materialistic ways. This is my assumptions. And we are trying to run whole civilization based on material. Now what is the outcome? You can see outcome as this: increasing psychological problems, degradation of ethical values, social inequality, exploitation, centralized structures, increasing violence. These are the outcomes of my assumption that I am material. So it will not continue. Maybe it may run for some time, but it will not continue. Continuity is possible only if I am creating a society based on the understanding of reality. So if I am running a society based on my assumption, it will create chaos. Similarly, at family level also, if I am running my family on the basis of my assumption, there will be conflict. So you have your own assumption, wife has her own assumption, and both people are living together with their assumptions. Now there will be fight. Similarly, in society, few families are with one kind of assumptions, other families are with other kind of assumption. When they are in front of each other, there will be conflict. So that's why there is a need to understand the reality, existential realities that we are trying to understand through UHV2, UHV3. Right? So that's why we need to verify what people are telling us. If their assumptions are not derived from reality, then people may live conflicting life, as happening today. People are conflicting with each other. Am I clear? Have I communicated? So that's why with UHV2, UHV3, we are understanding UHV4. Without understanding UHV2 and UHV3, we will run a society with our assumption. And it will create problem in civilization, in our culture.
So I have one doubt. I am pointing. Actually, you are telling, right, UH1 and 2, we have to understand, right? So, if, for example, suppose there is no problem in the family, then there is no problem in society. I think, is it right for my understanding? Because family is the basic unit of society. So, collection of family is called society. There is no problem in the family, then there is any problem in society?
No. Let us understand. Hai na? So, if I am not in problem, it doesn't mean my family will not be in problem. If I have understood the reality, I will be happy. Now what will happen? I am happy, so I am create a harmonious environment for my family. And I will help them to understand. So one side I am happy, another side I am creating environment, and third side I am thinking of participation in larger order. So if I am working towards larger order, it is again going to create environment for my family. So for example, this university, suppose your children is studying in this university, BTech, and human values course is being taught. So you are participating in larger order, but ultimately it is going to reflect in your child. So as a family, you are creating environment and you are ensuring your participation in larger order. It will again impact your family. So if I am stable, I can create a harmonious environment for others. Other will be stable with his own understanding. I can help them to have right understanding, but I cannot ensure right understanding. So for example, this workshop, so UHV2, UHV3, UHV4, we are giving you an environment to explore yourself. We are giving you right proposals to explore yourself. Ultimately, it is you who will take decision whether I will live accordingly or not. But I can create environment. I can participate. This is purely in our hand.
No, but when all the families are really happy, then naturally the society is happy.
It will be a natural outcome. It will be a natural outcome.
So when each and every families are happy, then definitely the society will be happy. Then same thing, when the societies are all are happy, then nature and then nation. All. Mobile.
Right. So, so if society is in harmony, if society is in harmony, you can increase volume. Sir, volume. So if society is in harmony, more. Okay. If society is in harmony, then these will be the indicators. How can we assess that society is in harmony? So more people will be living with right understanding and right feeling. More families will be living with prosperity. People will be living with health. They will be giving priority to health. And you will see increase in fearlessness in society. So these are indicators also. So it is true that families are in harmony, then it will lead to harmony in society. And you can assess with these indicators also. So for example, engineering students. If engineering students designing a technology that is not taking care of the coexistence with nature, what does it mean? It means one point is not fulfilled. First point is not fulfilled. Right understanding in individual. If people are getting educated day by day, but they are not feeling prosperous, it means right understanding is not happened in individuals. If people are getting educated day by day, but they are not able to ensure their health, mental and physical both, it means this first point is not established. People don't have right understanding. Otherwise, if people have right understanding, right feeling, then they will be able to ensure health. Their family will be living with the feeling of prosperity. There will be increase in fearlessness in society, and people will be creating environment, innovation to ensure coexistence with nature. Right? So both things are interlinked. So either you move from one to the other or from left to right. Both are interconnected. Right? Okay. Any other? So you are interconnected with this existence. You are interconnected with each unit in this existence. You are not isolated. You are interconnected. Problem is you are trying to isolate yourself from society. It will create psychological diseases. Because we are interconnected somehow, innately. But we are not appreciating this interconnected. We want to be individual. Individual phone, individual home, individual individual this, individual that. So we are trying to isolate. That is creating problem.
Nowadays we have the common term, we need privacy.
Yes.
Privacy is also important.
So in the name of privacy, and other word is personal.
Individual.
I want everything personal. So you are not personal. You are asset of society. Whatever you are doing, it will reflect to society. Many people are observing your behavior, your way of handling the events. They are learning from you. You cannot be isolated. So you have not come on this earth personally. You are born with two people. You are born with out of relationship. And now you are not able to recognize relationship. It will create problem. Right.
So it means everything is absolute. We are only relating.
See, behavior can be based on the other person, means according to his competence. But at the level of feeling, I can be absolute. At the level of understanding, I can be absolute. At subtle level, we can be absolute. At gross level, we can be relative up to some extent. For example, when I am sharing this content, so we have moved gradually. First UHV2, then UHV3, then UHV4. So as your competence increasing, we are increasing level of workshop. So it is relative. But whenever I am sharing this, I can ensure feeling of guidance in me. I can ensure feeling of trust with you. I can ensure feeling of affection with you. This I can ensure every time. So somehow we have assumed that I am isolated from rest of nature. It is creating many problems. It is creating ego in you. So once I was taking a class, I asked a student, what is most important for you? He said, my mobile. I cannot live without my mobile. Then I closed his nose for a few seconds. He started shouting, sir, leave me, leave me. Then I again asked a question, what is most important for you? He said, oxygen. Now, our common sense has become uncommon. That is what is most important for us. So we are not able to see interconnectedness. So many things which are naturally available to us, we are taking as a granted. We are not appreciating it.
Sir, can you explain a little bit more on the level of absoluteness when it comes to the feeling, and when it comes to the gross level, it is more relative, more real life?
Like feeling of affection. I can have feeling of affection for you, for my child, for my wife, for my mother, for my students. But when I am going to express it, my expression will vary. So for example, feeling of care. So with feeling of care, when I will nurture my child, so way to nurture will be different. When I will think you to nurture, the way will be different. So expression will differ, but feeling will be absolute. When your wife is expressing feeling of care, her way may be different. When mother is expressing feeling of care, her way may be different. So ways may change, but feeling we can have in absoluteness. In fact, the moment when you don't have a feeling of care, feeling of guidance, you feel contradiction in you. Because these feelings are naturally acceptable to me. I want these feelings in continuity. Right. And most of the problem of society is because of the ignorance of relationship. For example, if you take example of production, almost 6 times production is being done than the need of population. 6 times, 5 times, quantity may change, but it is more than required. But people are still hungry, dying hungry. What is the problem? It is a problem of production or problem of distribution. And problem of distribution is because of problem of relationship. So one person who is able to ensure relationship with few people, he is accumulating for those, and he is exploiting those whom he is not able to see relationship. So one side people are dying because of overeating, because he has accumulated more and more. Another side people are dying because of inability of food, because he is not able to see relationship. So both sides people are dying. Right? So it is a problem of relationship. So basically it is a problem of right understanding. So one person is not able to see relationship with everyone. If I ask you one question, do you feel related to few people or everyone? And if you are not able to see relationship with everyone, how can you visualize a human society? You will be thinking only of your family. That's it. Suppose you are going on the road and there is some mishappening with you. Do you expect that people standing on the road help you? Do you expect or not? If you don't have relationship with everyone, why you are expecting? It's a question. Why are you expecting? One side you are saying that I have relationship with few people. Another side you are expecting with everyone.
Yeah, a whole lot of confusion.
Yes. Right. So confusion is there, solution is there. At least to be aware that I am confused is a good sign. Problem happens when I am not aware that I am confused. And I assume myself as a good person with all those assumptions. This is a problem.
Not good way, the best.
The best. Right. Okay. So any other point you want to discuss? Any other question you want to share? You can take mic, Didi, na? So that other people can listen you.
Bhaiya, sometimes.
First you ask, is everyone ready to listen you?
Ready?
No, you ask, take consent.
Are you ready? Thank you. Okay.
If you think anyone is not ready, you just shake your hand like this.
Expectations are little.
Right.
Sometimes we may feel unhappy because of other people. They don't properly understand our feelings. So when this occurs often, we tend to isolate ourselves from that people alone for our happiness. So how should we perceive this situation?
So we are in problem because other person is not recognizing my feeling. This is the case, or I am in problem because I am not able to continue my feelings. What is the root cause? If I am able to continue my feeling, then I may give him time. But from my side, I will be open every time. If you don't have a feeling of relationship, then you may start thinking negative for that person. But if you have a feeling of relationship and giving time, you will be open wholeheartedly. So you take your own time. When you think that you need my help, I am available. If you have a feeling of opposition and person is coming back to you, you will not help him. You will start blaming that person. Now you have come. Now I will tell you. And you did not listen that time. You will start thinking many thoughts. So I am giving some time, but I am also open for him with feeling of relationship. So I will be in problem if I lose this feeling of relationship in me. Then I will be in problem. Otherwise not. Right? Ji Didi.
Yeah, very happy morning to all. Well, I would just like to, this relationship is something very vicious. I'd just like to narrate my personal experience and like to seek your suggestion on that. Well, about 20 days back, in a period of about span of 20 days, I lost 2 gold chains at home. And the most suspicious person also I know, because only we are there 2 at home. There's only 1/3 person who moves around in the house. So naturally the suspicion would go towards them. Now, I had a big debate whether to call and ask. But I had the other question, if he or she is not responsible, how would be her reaction when I point to her saying that, did you take my things away? If she was not the culprit. But then 90%, 99% I should say, I know in my heart of hearts that she is only the responsible person. But then somehow my conscience said not to disturb her. But then whenever I see her, the thought comes to my mind that she is the one who has ditched me, who has deceived me, who has stolen my property which is rightfully owned by me. Now how do I maintain my relationship with her?
So the problem is, I have doubt on his intention. I have doubt on his intention. It is creating problem in me. So you ask yourself, do you have a feeling of trust for him or not? If you have a feeling of trust, then you will be comfortable. And with this feeling of trust, I may verify with him or her. But what is happening? Before verifying, I am creating doubt on his intention. And this feeling of mistrust is creating trouble in me. Right? So for example, many people are sitting here. After a few seconds, few minutes, they get indulged with each other. Some people may focus on their mobile. If I doubt on intention, then it would be difficult for me to stand here for 8 days. But if I am starting with feeling of trust, then I may request, I may verify with her, I may find out another ways how to check whether he has stolen or not. But important is, do I have feeling of trust and continuity or not? So he has stolen, this is one part. I have feeling of mistrust now. This is creating trouble in me. Tell me anything.
Yeah. To conclude, she has distanced herself and she stopped coming to our house. So and so person whom I suspected, over a period of last 10 years, she distanced herself and she stopped coming to our house. So,
Yes, she has stopped, but
on her own.
have you stopped this feeling of trust in you?
Well, we are all, human beings, I should say, and we are born with navarasas. Well,
Yes.
so we cannot all the time live only with happiness, suppressing all the other 8 rasas. And so
See,
naturally, and a human being is the only creature who is blessed with all the 9 feelings. No other creature has this sort of feeling. And
No other creature has all these sorts of feelings. Human being is the only being who is blessed with navarasas. So we definitely it's a part of God's creation in the body of the human. And I don't think it is ever possible for any human being to zero down on all the other rasas and then personify or highlight only the happiness aspect of their life. Zero defect is not possible at all. So so in such situations, well, I may be right. Maybe she is the person who has taken it off. Could be quite possible. Should we call it as mistrust, or should I call it as my confidence in her, overconfidence in her, where I am still willing to forgive and allow her to go with her the regular life where she may continue doing it further. Now should we stop it, or should we allow her to do with some sort of trust in her? Well, in a society we can't ask anybody this question openly. The moment we ask, as I have told you, if she has not done, then it would hurt her so much, and it will hurt us also. So we can't ask her openly. But if we let her go like that, she may continue that practice. And how would we address situations like this? These are all common situations which would come in every individual's life, and which we are not able to, really take it in a positive stride. We are suppressing ourselves. We are suppressing ourselves in many aspects, saying that, okay, jane do, okay, let it go, okay. Let the student, he is of that age. Let the old people take care of physical sick people, they keep grumbling, let them. And we are going on suppressing our thoughts, our mind, our thinking process. Now, how far can we keep ourselves suppressed like this for such a long time? Would it not affect our health also?
Is this a problem of evaluation, like over-evaluation or under-evaluation is the problem? That is also the question. So are we not properly evaluating a person? Like for your case, it may be an over-evaluation where you trust too much and she is not worth of that kind. So probably the problem with evaluation.
Okay. So many questions you have asked in one question. So I will address one by one. So your first sentence, that I am human being, it is true. It is also true that I have potential to continue the feelings which are naturally acceptable to me. So as a human being, we also have this potential. So we are not bound with outside environment. We are free to have feeling which are naturally acceptable to me. So this potential we also have as a human being. So this we need to realize. What we have assumed about ourselves, we have assumed that we are human, that's where we are bound to be unhappy with outside environment. So these assumptions make us unhappy again and again. So first we need to verify these assumptions that I have assumed about myself is true or not. So we need to verify it. If you are not verifying it, then we are bound to be unhappy. If we don't have this potential, then we are bound to be unhappy. There is no way to continue my happiness. So first we need to verify, do I have this potential as a human being or not? So for example, this wall. If you see Newton's law, every action has a equal and opposite reaction. It is true with wall. It is true with material. But does it true with consciousness? Suppose one person abuse you. Are you bound to abuse him again? You may start with feeling of compassion. You may start with feeling of kindness. You may start with feeling of trust. So all these choices you have. But somehow we are not aware with these choices. That's why we become unhappy with events. So this is one part for you to think over it. So you are human being, it is true. With this human being, I have that potential to continue the feelings that are naturally acceptable to me. So just explore it. If you had that potential, you can continue your happiness. If you don't have that potential, so you are bound to be unhappy. You will be unhappy again and again. No one can stop you to be unhappy. So this you have to explore. This is one part. Right? Is it okay? Sir is asking.
I have a different opinion. When Madam delivered the happenings, right? She accepted I lost my gold chain. She didn't commit that someone is stole, right? She or he steal the chain. So madam said right evaluation, over evaluation, under evaluation. What I should say is, before trust other, you should have a trust on you. I kept all the things safely. That is my trust. So it will not be happen, I think so. It's my opinion.
Yeah, to add to what he said, so a similar situation happened at my home. I got a pair of bangles for my daughter. She did not even have a personal look on it. The box was very much inside my cupboard. Only the bangles were taken. I was not able to identify who it was. The first question asked by all my family members is, would it be our maid? I said 100% it won't be her. So that confidence I had. But after that, what I started thinking is, it is my fault to have kept it there. I have given the opportunity for the other person to take it away from me.
It should not give chance to others to do some mistakes. It is also
So it is my fault. So I have no right to blame anybody but me.
So I will come back to these situations. But what I said, are you exploring this or not? Whatever I said, are you exploring this? That as a human being, I have that potential. So you must explore this point. So this is one part. Another part is, as ma'am said, we always suppressing ourselves. So if you are trying to resolve this issue at the level of thought, so some arguments comes in your mind, then you create another argument and suppress it. Then it will create a problem again. So what you are doing, you are trying to problems of thought with another thoughts. So suppose, for example, one thought comes into your mind, she cannot do it. Same times, another thought will come. Why she cannot do it? She is the only one in the house. So we are trying to solve the problem at the level of thought. So thought level problem cannot be solved at the level of thoughts. If there is a problem in behavior, it can be solved at the level of thought. If there is a problem in thought, it can be solved at the level of feeling. If there is a problem in feeling, it can be solved at the level of sanskar. If there is a problem in sanskar, then it can be solved through right understanding. So suppression means I am creating logic, another logic. That's why it appears to me that I am suppressing myself. So with feeling of relationship, you will not feel suppressed. This is another part. About the feeling. This is second part. Yes. So this is second part. Third part is harmony doesn't mean I am in harmony. It doesn't mean that I will allow people do whatever you want to do. It doesn't mean harmony means I am stable inside. I am not getting influenced from your behavior, but now I am aware of your competence also. So suppose I am sending my child to market. So once I have given 1,000 rupees note and he has lost it. Now with feeling of trust I will evaluate it, that his competence is not right. He is not able to calculate money. He is not able to understand what its cost. So next time I will send market with 10 rupees note, 20 rupees note. So this evaluation I need to do. So this I can do with feeling of trust. So as sir said, ma'am said, I will evaluate his or her competence. Evaluation is not problem, but if I am losing the feeling of trust, it will create trouble in me. So harmony doesn't mean I am allowing you to go up to any extent. Harmony means I am stable, not getting affected by you, but I will stop you. Like mobile. When you use mobile, I stop you. But I ensure feeling of trust with you. I ensure with feeling of affection with you. So with this feeling, I will stop you. So it will not hurt you. So this feeling we can continue in ourselves. But it doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want to do. No. I will stop you with feeling of relationship. So suppose your child is going towards gas stove and it is burning and he is going to put his hand. Now you are watching this. Now you can shout on her. You can throw something on her because you don't want to hurt him. But while throwing something with feeling of relationship, generally you are aware that with this thing he should not get damaged. His body should not get damaged. So you keep that thought in mind and then shout on him. So when you hit your child, with feeling of relationship, you hit in a such manner that it do not damage the body of your child. So being in harmony doesn't mean you do whatever you want to do. No, I will stop you. But I will sustain my feeling of relationship within me. This I can do. Right? So you can talk her, you cannot talk her. It is your decision. But what I can ensure in me, feeling of relationship.
So I have I listened two ma'am once said, and she thought someone is trolling. Ma'am said, no, I just thought it's my mistake, right? So the same thing I have one, I studied one story, one saint with a gold rings in his earring and in his ear, and he is sleeping. One theft come and stole that gold ring in the one side, and he turned and he want to take another one, so he turned and sleep, and he think the same thing he will take another one because it will be helpful for him. It means that here we have a gold, but three perspective. One perspective someone maybe, another perspective it's my mistake, and third perspective maybe it will be helpful for him. So this is the higher level of perspectiveness, the feelings, I think so. No, actually. No, why I'm telling means the saint, what we see that UHV, they are one day someone asking, UHV yes, you want to become saint like that. We think in the higher perspective, then we don't have any suffering like that's.
Sir, to add a point.
I want to answer one thing. What is direct in the story is good, but people are having the capacity of self-realization.
Yeah,
they can do.
That's why UHV is there.
To add a point to...
Not now.
Sir, your name? To add a point to Pandian sir, this is a real happening which happened during the period of Ramanuja, where it happened at Trichirapalli near on the Agraharam street, where there will be Manavala Mamungal and his wife. It happened with her actually. Since there won't be any materials available to prepare prasad and offer to Ramanujar and also Ranganadhar, so the disciples of Ramanujar has gone to that mutt, who is also disciple of Ramanujar, and they want to take the materials, but he won't be available, so she will be sleeping. So what will happen is that they will go around looking for items, but a few will be there, but that may not be enough, so they have decided to take the ornaments from her. Though she is half awake, she understood what is happening, she will be pretending and continuing to be sleeping. So they took off certain ornaments and left. As he said, one ear ring they will be taking up. When her husband returns home, she will be narrating what has happened. The husband will be scolding her, saying that you should have turned the other side and even offered that ring for my guru. That was the real incident which happened in life during the period of Ramanujar. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Mr.
Okay, so this is one event that you are discussing. Another is if we are not participating in larger order. if we are not participating in larger order, then these events may happen frequently in society. So for example, we can take one example from society like Nirbhaya Kand, right? So if you see Nirbhaya Kand, we find one person who misbehaved like an animal, for example. This is a one reflection of the society. But if you see at the level of thought, the kind of website our students are watching, the kind of video they are watching, many students are filled with those kind of thoughts. So if we are not participating in larger order, then one person will shift to this domain. So we need to work two sides. One for our stability, second is participation in larger order. If we are not participating in larger order, so many people will shift from here to here. So one action is we need to stop those persons with feeling of relationship. Second aspect is we need to participate in larger order so that people can purify their thoughts. Because ultimately it is their thought that are going to reflect in their behavior. Right? So if we are not working on people's thought through my participation, then these events will happen frequently. So that's why my participation in larger order is optional, or is it compulsory? Compulsory. Now you ask yourself what participation you are doing in larger order.
There was a similar incident where it was very clear as to who was at fault. So a large amount of money was embezzled by an employee. So one question was how to prevent and those kind of things, all those kind of things. But one larger question was, how long has this employee spent with you? So this was a battery business's owner. So this question was asked to him that how much time has did that employee spend in your company with you? And the answer was 25 years. So there was an opportunity for this person to educate that employee for 25 years. So it is not only the failure of the employee, but is there any responsibility of the owner to provide some guidance to the employee? Not just do's and don'ts, don't steal, don't do this and that. So, but in developing their right understanding. I have gone through all the, the assignment 1, those have submitted. It's very nice that you are having discussion in your family, and some of you have written very important things. We'll do it in the afternoon. But one thing that is there that I noticed was some people have written that we have to help each other to develop. So if we have that feeling of relationship with our employee, we will help that person to develop, because human being has 3 needs. Need for physical facility is there, that we all recognize. But there is also a need for right understanding and right feeling and right thought. So are we fulfilling or helping the other person to fulfill that need also? That is a question that we have to keep asking. And some of you have written that it is an important thing to do. So very nice your discussion in your family as well as your conclusions from there. So we have to keep thinking about not only the small incident, but how that incident transpired after years of where did they spend their time before this incident happened, and what was my role, like what Gopal Babu is saying about participation in the larger order. What is my participation? How am I preparing my students? How am I preparing my graduates? So at one time there was, if there was a child who made a mistake, they would consider talking to the parents and their teachers that these people are responsible for this person's bad habits. So that has to come back. We have to notice how our children are developing, how our people around us are developing, and work on that. That is a larger order. It's not larger orders. It doesn't mean that you have to go all the way out to some external outside for the whole world kind of thing. Larger order means whoever I am interacting with. So just wanted to give that example.
Thank you, Bhaiya. So that's why we need to think of our participation. Whether we are participating in larger order or not. Because our children anyhow is living in society with others. And if societal development is not in my focus, then these kinds of events are repeated again and again. So that's why we need undivided society. Because I want to live with continuous happiness. So that's why we need undivided society and universal human order. So I want continuity for myself, I want continuity for others also. So the person that has stolen your things is not guided with right understanding. Because we are living only up to us, my family, my child. If you see your goals, I have got good job, my child should have good job, then she should settle in foreign, etc., etc. In your goals, is there a society? You are keeping society at your goals or not? If not, then many people will be living with misguidance. So that's why it is our need to participate in larger order. So that's why we are discussing this humane society. So this is one problem, but solution is to work for a humane society. So you can ask yourself how much time you are contributing for societal development. What efforts you are making to participate in larger order means when you are in family, what efforts you are making for right understanding, health for your family members. When you are in university, college, what efforts you are making for your students to have right understanding. So next to you, whoever is next to you, we are making effort for the participation.